Montez, and hope everyone is doing well. High fives, chest bump. Let's hug it out. Thank you again, our title sponsor, the Weed Squad. Feel free to stop by 8088 Watson Road. But thank you guys for tuning in. And I would like to say happy Veterans Day to all my vets out there. Past, present as well. Happy Veterans Day to you all. As a former Navy man, as a guy who has appreciated everything affiliated with Veterans Day, in this coronavirus pandemic stage, things are a little off right now. As far as the places we can go, the events and programs we can go to. Over the years, I've went to some amazing Veterans Day programs that were provided through the school system. If you have a kid that's in school during Veterans Day, there was always a special breakfast or lunch. That was pretty cool. Had some great programs as well at some of the colleges and universities in the area, and as well as some of the VFW halls and posts as well, and down at Jefferson Barracks. But due to the coronavirus, a lot of these programs and events and occasions have been postponed or went to Zoom or some other form of still getting it out there that there's something going on. So I don't know what you guys are doing today for Veterans Day, or if you are a veteran, or if you celebrate Veterans Day with a veteran. I don't know what your plans are, but I normally go out to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But due to the coronavirus, a lot of people are not honoring with the capacity levels being a lot higher than normal before. They're restricted seating and things of that nature. Just can't get it in the way I would normally like to get it in at my 3 regular stomping grounds I normally hit up every Veterans Day. And one of the great programs I went to was last year down at the Veterans Memorial. If you haven't been to the Veterans Memorial yet in downtown St. Louis, you're missing out. Your tax dollars paid for an improvement. And when I say an improvement they put together well, it is a very, very, very fine place to visit. I mean, it covers everything. There's not enough time for me to go over everything that is covered there. But they did a great job in honoring and remember the military on all levels of all the wars, men and women, black and white, minorities, letting you know where they live at. It's if you live in North St. Louis and you want to find out how many people lived on your street, served in World War II or the Korean War, even Pearl Harbor, you can go to this building, just type in, and your street address will come up, and it will let you know in your neighborhood how many people served in the war. So they did a great job of getting recognition out there. And one of the things I did know is the involvement that St. Louis had in the creation of the atomic bomb. Had no idea that we were a major city that was involved in the building of the atomic bomb. But I don't know what you guys are doing today, but happy Veterans Day to you as well. My Navy folk, you know how we do. And I was fortunate enough to serve my time in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, where I had the opportunity to give a narration and a tour at the Arizona Memorial. And that was different. It was meeting all kind of veterans from past, different service members, different nationalities, different races. It was just something different to take a different appreciation to the job that I did in the United States Navy, being stationed in Pearl Harbor, working off of Ford Island and driving a boat and giving a narration about the attack on Pearl Harbor, December 7, 1941. And I met some great people. I did some amazing reenlistments. I did some sombering burials about some great people, got to meet some amazing family members and survivors as well. So again, happy Veterans Day to you. And I got to get my military movie issue off later on today. Yes, that will be taking place. I think coffee is a key component of the military life. I think when I was in the Navy, I need that coffee. I needed that. I tried to smoke cigarettes and drink coffee. No, smoking cigarettes was not part of the repetition of with me here. But yeah, so Navy man, my kid's mother is a Navy lady. So happy Veterans Day to you, M, as well. And my dad, happy Veterans Day, Pop. Couple of Man Cave members as well. Happy Veterans Day to you guys. A lot of softball guys out there Veterans Day is what all you guys. A lot of former high school members as well through ROTC and Sumner High School. Congratulations and happy Veterans Day. And the folks that I served with in the Navy and the Marine Corps and Air Force, people that I work closely with in Pearl Harbor, happy Valentine's Day to you. All our branch members out there, happy, what did I say, Valentine's Day? Happy Veterans Day. Something on my mind, huh? Something's always on my mind. If you this is your first time tuning in, I'm Dre Montez, and I also host a podcast called Who's to Blame that you can hear on SoundCloud, Anchor, Spotify, and iTunes throughout our various social media platforms as well. On Facebook, we have a page, Who's to Blame, Instagram, Who's to Blame the podcast, and Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. We just put the videos on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We have a page on YouTube as well, Dre Montez. A little different topic of discussion that we bring to you here on Montez at midday, brought to you by the Weed Squad. So got my Veterans Day shout out. One of these Veteran Days or Armed Forces Day, 4th of July, the day that everybody looks at the military like, thank you. I'm going to find my old Navy uniform, get it tailored. I'm going to put it on. It's time. It's been a minute since I put it on. I had the Cracker Jack uniform, the blue and the white. I'm not wearing them dungarees out in public. That's not right at all. Not right. But that's a goal one year to get that whole Navy uniform again. Not the complete sea bag again. Those bring back memories and times again, running through the airport with a full sea bag. No. The things we did in the military. Fun, interesting, and you never forget. I don't think there's a time that has not come up where I think of something that happened in the military that's relatable to what I'm trying to get through, make it by, or get over. There's always, I feel like an episode of The Wonder Years, sometimes the way the military fragments come up in my head, like, wait a minute, I've been in this situation before. Okay, Waikiki, 1990. Okay, how do we get out of this situation? I just remember things like that. There it is right there. Speaking of remembering things, I love conspiracy theories. I love thinking outside of the box. And when it comes to sports and movies and the music industry, we all have our own thoughts, especially since wrestling really opened up to the world about 20 years ago, when wrestling came a little bit more of, here's what's going on behind the scenes. So some out there have felt that same way about certain movie predictions, the outcome of the award season. What I mean when it comes to the movies and the music industry, was this scripted? Was this set up? Did you see this coming? What was the overall benefit of this when you look at the picture at the end of the movie instead of just the beginning? You got to see it all the way through. In sports being scripted out there has come one of those things. Is this really possible in this time and age for a professional sports league to script the outcome of the games? Is that possible without us even knowing about it? Is that something that you can handle, you can accept? My thing is, you know how many people have to be involved to pull that off? And I know what you're saying. Dre, they killed Kennedy. Okay. I've seen the movie, wasn't alive when it happened, but I understand there were a great deal amount of people involved that kept their mouth shut still to this day. Could that be pulled off in sports? Could someone pull off? I don't know. I'm going to pull this one out of my ass. So the New England Patriots, before Bob Kraft was the owner, the young man named was Sullivan, I do believe. Sullivan got into bed with Michael Jackson, so to speak, no pun intended there, to put on this world tour. It didn't go as planned, so he lost a fuckload of money. At the time, Mr. Sullivan had a good friend in St. Louis, was going to move the Patriots to St. Louis. I feel like John Madden. Boom. And over here, boom. And he hits this guy here. Boom. But something happened. The price goes down to the Patriots. Bob Kraft buys the team. Hold up. Who is this Bob Kraft guy? Who is this Jerry Jones fella here? Wait a minute. There's a shift going on in professional sports up under our eyes. There's something going on. There's another league trying to come in, the USFL. Wait a minute. There's money on that side too. Then all of a sudden, the world of sports gets shifty. Wow. It affected the draft. It affected teams moving. It affected the way ownership looked at the NFL, and then the commissioner. All that changed. He was starting to lose a little bit of power by these guys having a little bit more money than him. A little bit more money than him. So Paul Tagliabue is around at this time. Can he handle the pressure? The same time the NFL is getting so popular, there's some going on behind the scenes. How can these teams with these powerful owners get better? What can we do? What can happen? What can happen without nobody knowing it? Is there anything like that really possible? If you look at what happened with the Dallas Cowboys going 1-15, if you look at what happened to the New England Patriots when they had Tony Eason and Steve Grogan as their quarterback, and the way they got players. Look, everyone has a draft. Everyone has free agency. Everybody has the opportunity to make trades. But these particular teams and the power shift in NFL and what has been more of, I want to say, what's the word, conspiracy behind the Dallas Cowboys and the way they got players, the New England Patriots, the way they won Super Bowls. Is it possible that the league was scripting for these two teams to do well for the financial stability of the NFL, needing these two powerful men, Jerry Jones and Mr. Kraft? Because there's no more Mr. Hunt that was the great orchestrator behind the merger of the AFL and NFL. He was behind all that, okay? So now they have the merger done, but there's something missing. There's something missing. We need the guys with money to start winning. Because the one thing that billionaires hate to do is what, kids? Lose. So is it possible, as we fast forward now, that some of these things are scripted for the benefit of the future of the sports? Was there something more to why and the way the Washington Nationals started off the season and won the World Series? Is there something more to it that Don Mattingly won Manager of the Year the way the Florida Marlins started out as well? Is there more to this down the line? Why, when we see one thing and we're like, wait a minute, something's up. Something's up here. Because you look at some of these games right now, you can look at your friends, you can look at your fantasy lineup, you can check the Vegas books. Something's not right. Case in point, the Dallas Cowboys had that game won against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dallas won that game. But what can Dallas benefit by winning that game? Not a damn thing. Switch around the other night. The Jets and the Patriots. The Jets had that game won. Joe Flacco looked like Flacco of the Super Bowl Baltimore Ravens. What could the Jets benefit by winning that game? Not a damn thing. Not a damn. Is it possible? Is it some way possible that sports are scripted to the point that we're trying to figure, that we've almost figured this out? I'm not talking about the conspiracy of Deflategate, the conspiracy of the lights going out at the Super Bowl. That was some bullshit. Who turns the lights off at the Super Bowl? Or we're supposed to just forget about that. Who calls the All-Star game a tie? Who benefited from that? The New York Yankees did. Oh, but nobody wants to talk about that. I'm still going to follow sports, but just the thought, the inclination that they could possibly have even thought about this, pulled it off before, to script the outcome of the games, to benefit the future of the sports to survive. Because what teams need to win right now within the next 2 to 4 years to affect the outcome of sports? Look what happened in the NBA. Look at the rise of these teams you hadn't heard of in a while. I may throw hockey in the damn mix too. For 50 years, we couldn't win nothing. We were close in 97, 98 to win the Stanley Cup. Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I'm not saying, we didn't deserve it, but just think what the ratings would have been if the Minnesota Vikings kicker would have made that field goal, and instead of Denver playing the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl, it'd have been Dallas playing Minnesota in the Super Bowl. Randy Moss, John Elway. But instead, we got the Dirty Birds. And Eugene Robertson picking up a hooker. I'm sorry, I couldn't let that go. But is that a possibility? I mean, we all have, whether your team wins or loses, there's always that one thought process. Wait a minute, man. You think? Nah, there's no way possible. Because in amateur sports, all the way down to Pop Warner football, scripted outcome. Scripted outcome. There was a big scandal in Miami, Florida about 10 years ago about Pee Wee football, scripting the outcome of the games for financial gain. Yeah. We've already seen what it does in high school sports. Yeah, in Georgia, Stone Mountain, Georgia. We've seen what it does in college. Oh, God. Not paying athletes, but trying to script the outcome of the game. That's what I'm talking about. Paying athletes is going to go on forever like prostitution. It's always going to be there. You're not going to stop it. Those two things you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop those two things. But the possibility and the thought process of scripting the outcome of a game, I've seen crazier things. Dallas, a TV show back in the day, they tried to tell us that whole year was a dream. What the fuck? But I watched it. How was it? If I saw it, how's it a dream? If I see it, how is it a dream? Okay, yeah, okay, gotcha. Speaking of I didn't see it, I had this conversation before with you guys. Those of you that have kids that are of age in high school on their way to college that are about to get a professional career, either it's in sports or about to get their first job in corporate America, that have a extensive party lifestyle. I've had this conversation with you guys before. Kids and adults are like, listen up. There's always somebody out there that's trying to prove a point. So when you make posts and you do certain things, they're not going to go away. Case in point, athletes and social media, it needs to stop. It's not funny anymore. It is turned into some throwing shade behavior, flossing, dissing each other, disrespecting each other's manhood and womanhood. That's what social media has turned into. On the other side, if you have a partying lifestyle and you have a good paying job, you don't want to lose anything. They have a whole lot of services out there to help you as far as transportation. Same thing with professional athletes. I don't understand how in 2020, you as a professional athlete, a professional person, want to go down that path, getting a DUI. I just don't get it. What brings me to this DUI was the Tony La Russa story. The thing that gets me about the Tony La Russa story, this happened in January, February. What month is it? November. So why couldn't this come out the night of, the next morning? Well, why? Why so long? And you think he's the first one to get pulled over and said, you know who I am? I'm a Hall of Famer. I drove a limo for 3.5 years in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've had many of athletes, actors, entertainers use that specific line. Do you know who I am? Let's take away from all that and use the car services. Have them sign a disclaimer agreement if you're worried about them telling you where they drop you off at or pick you up at. It's easy to get past that. But getting a DUI is a little tougher 2020 moving forward than it was 20 years ago. It's going to affect your job. It's going to affect your income. It's going to affect your personality because now people are looking at you different. Same thing with social media. Once you hit send, it's in the cloud. It's out there forever. It's out there forever. I have said some crazy things before I was on the radio, since I've been podcasting, I've said some crazy things. Before I paid attention to that, I was banned from the Denver Broncos website for a whole year. I didn't, threaten anybody. I just really let loose on how I felt about the team's performance. Now, let's just say, for instance, I'm going up for a big interview or something like that at the time, and they saw that. Wouldn't have got it. Wouldn't have got it at all. I talked to my buddy Keith and a couple other buddies that are in the education field. Is the social media etiquette being taught? Fuck high school. I say fifth grade. It needs to start right now. Fifth grade, they need to teach you social media etiquette. Because some things are being posted. You didn't mean it to mean that. It didn't sound the way you typed it, and it just goes the wrong way, especially with grown male athletes. It's a huge problem, not just on the collegiate level. The professional level is even worse. Instagram is like South Central LA after games. Just follow about 10 athletes and just watch how they talk to each other, throw shade at each other. I just don't get it. It's not doing nothing good because who's watching? The kids. And who do the kids want to be? Those people in the box making all the money, driving the cars, flossing with the money and the women. That's what's going on. We need to stop it. So on this Veterans Day, I think we should just sit back and appreciate the details of life in every day that are being given to us. Just sit back and appreciate it. Just grasp it in for a moment. Appreciate it all. I guarantee you to throw a smile on your face. People say, why are you smiling so much? I'm appreciating the details of the day. Look at that. What could be said better than that? Appreciating the details of the day on this Veterans Day here, moving forward. That's what I'm going to start saying every day after every show. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time here on Montez at midday. I'm going to end each show with appreciate the details of the day. You could spark a change in somebody. It's little bitty words that can motivate a person. It's little bitty words that can bring a person down. The movies have told us this. The news has told us this. Sports media, entertainment world, songs tell you this. You listen to a diss track, oh my God, it'll motivate you. Negative music through the hip hop world does so much shit to the human body, it's crazy. You get amped up on the whole negative track. There's no positive music anymore. Where's there positive? Point me the way to some positive hip hop. Positive. I got to hear this, please. I'm not talking about getting ass or making money either. No. Positive outlook. Appreciating the details of the day. If I could rap, I'd make a track like that. I rap like I rap Christmas gifts. I pay people to do it. Oh, there we go right there. There we go. But I really want to take a look at the athletic world in this DUI situation. It's getting out of hand. Use your personal driver. Be like Beyonce and Jay-Z. You're going to sign a disclaimer. You don't know shit when you pick me up and drop me off. Boom. People love anonymity. Driving a limo for 3.5 years, they don't like people. I didn't say nothing. Nothing. Never turned my head unless they told me to. Put the partition up all you want. I got a phone up if you want to talk to me. But being the guy I am, the partition was always down. They always wanted me to come party with them. You hired me to be your driver. You can't get the driver toe up. If you've never driven a limo and you have the opportunity to, get yourself a Michael Jordan collection tuxedo and go make that money and have the time of your life. Great money, great people. And if you know a lot about your city or town, you're thinking about doing this, and it goes a long way. Goes a long way. meaning you got to know where to go every night of the week. I don't care if you don't go out. Get out there and find out what to let the people go out to and appreciate a good time, good dinner, good comedy, sightseeing. And with the holidays coming up, we're about to get real creative on what we can do for us entertaining ourselves and loved ones over the holidays here. But I think I've said enough on this Veterans Day because you know what, kids? It's time to go to the bar and do a drink and shout out to all my veterans out here. It's time for me to go get one in just for a couple hours. I got to do my part. That's the Navy way, huh? That's the Navy way. Hoorah. We didn't say hoorah, but I don't know why I said that. But that's the Navy way. That's the Navy way. Great Lakes, shout out. Company 306 Delta Company. How y'all doing, huh? What up? If you still remember all your stuff in boot camp, it's because you went in the gas chamber. They tried to kill us. I don't care what nobody said. They tried to kill us. Oh, man. But enjoy your Veterans Day. Think about that. Could sports possibly be scripted for the outcome? Not to my paying players illegally and all that, but scripting the outcome of the game. And what do you think about DUIs and social media for professionals and sports athletes? Should it be allowed or not? I think they should just have a corporate account. Yeah, have what they call the person, the lady or the guy that saves your butt when you get in trouble. Oh my God, the people that teach you how to dress and how to speak to people. We know what I'm talking about. That's who needs to run the social media account for all these athletes and entertainers, not the real person themselves. Come on. You can still let us know what's going on, but I don't want to hear from them because they're going to get heated and upset. They're going to lose money, conduct detrimental to the team, will be a valuable component missing in an effective fantasy football lineup, a fantasy baseball lineup, a fantasy sports lineup, and you're going to end up losing money. And then we all mad. Nobody wins, right? Booyah. Again, I'm out here for your best interest at heart. As I said, kids, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in and appreciate the details of the day.